Hello everyone. I recently won both the big Total War Warhammer tournaments, ESL and Flash tournament, and I thought it might be nice to give a little bit of insight and explain the tactics that are going on. So I wanted to do a review of a replay that I played during the last ESL tournament. The replay I chose to review is the third game of the semi-finals. So this one decided who was proceeding to the finals. Um, it is me versus Houseplant. I decided to bring two vampires, flying vampires, and also Manfred flying. And he also did the same, and he also took units of bats. This is because even though you can't use all the mana, it's you still want to have the aerial dominance. And um, in this game, he will have the aerial dominance because he has the bats, and the bats are faster than all the generals and stuff. But already the action starts and he shoots a missile, magic missile at my vampire. However, I believe this is a mistake because the vampires can, without using mana, heal. They have a passive ability which you can activate. Or not, it's not a passive, but an active ability which you can activate, which heals. And as you can see here, I use my vampire and heal him up. So I feel like he just wasted a lot of his mana. And this snowballs me the game to be honest. But we'll see how this works out. So I know he has aerial dominance, but I also know he just wasted some mana, and I don't know how much mana he started with. But I feel confident here in trying to attack his general. So he again Spirit Leech attacks my vampire with Spirit Leech, and I Spirit Leech his general instead. I feel like this is a good attack option for me because the vampire, as long as he doesn't die, he can heal over time. And here I target his general with the same attack he did, the missile damage, but I was closer and I used an overcast, which increases the damage by a lot. And you can see here with the two Spirit Leeches and that ability, because he chooses to go for this fast mount, which doesn't give his general a lot of HP, I can finish his general off. Now, I used a lot of mana, as you can see, I only have 3 mana left. And my one vampire is low and he still has the bats, which are faster than any of my aerial units. So I need to run, and I'm not confident I am gonna win this engagement. Because one of my units is low and he still has magic, I believe. I don't know how much he started with it, but he's pretty confident, so I assume he has mana left. And I don't. So, as you could see in the start, I brought 6 crypt horrors and he brought only 4, but instead he brought the bats and more spearmen and cairn waves. So I feel my composition is actually better and can win from his. And I also give up the aerial fight now. I know my general is gonna die because the bats are just faster and he's gonna catch up to them eventually and spirit leech him. So I just try to run away and kite him as long as I can, even though I know he's inevitably gonna die. Instead of trying to, despite having killed this general, I give up the aerial combat to give more of an army lead. So you can see my vampire in the back who got hurt earlier is still healing up, and I'm gonna use him soon to use the mana to attack his army. And then, as you can see, I'm continuously moving my army forward, and here I cast Fate of Buna on the cairn waves. They have very low HP, but they have 75 physical damage reduction. That's why they are super good to target for spells, because they have such low HP you can one-shot them. This is basically the main weakness of cairn waves. They are pretty good, they cast terror and are good overall versus physical damage, but with targets with spells you can just one-shot them. I'm still moving my army up, and as you can see he's now caught up with my general, and he's about to kill him. I moved my vampires back a bit. I don't know how much magic he has, even though in hindsight I think he ran out. But I don't want to lose my heroes as well as my general. If you lose just your general, it's not the end of the world, but if you have no heroes left either, that's worse. So I try to play a little bit safe with my heroes because I feel I have a huge army advantage at this point, and I can't lose pretty much unless I make like a really big mistake and lose either of my heroes or both of them. So I just try to play really safe with my heroes and get a nice flank. You can see I'm using some crit horrors and spearmen to start getting the flank, and here we charge the zombies at each other. And because I have more crit horrors and more strong melee units at this point, I can win the main engagement. As you can see here, I use some of the crit horrors and Cairn Race in the middle, and also get good action on the flanks. So here on the right flank, I outnumber him with 2 crit horrors into 1, and here in the middle I also outnumber him. So there's 3 engagements in the middle where I outnumber him versus 1 where he outnumbers me. Actually there's 4 where I outnumber him. Here it's 2 zombies against 1. Then the left flank, it's equal. It's 2 crypt horrors versus each other with the spearman, but he's also bringing a second spearman, so that is in his favor. But overall I'm winning the middle and the right flank, so that's perfect for me. I'm now bringing my vampires back in because I feel safer since he's engaged in combat, and I try to kill his bats because his bats are gonna get rear charges, which is bad for my morale, and I'm just gonna use my vampire hero to kill his bats. Here you can see I won the middle fight, and the left flank I'm still losing. I'm bringing in my hero to get some morale bonus, and after winning the middle I push through and I'm gonna go for a back charge here. And I'm also winning the other middle engages, so this is really good for me. The right flank I'm winning, and I'm pushing through here and getting the back charge on the Cairn Race on the only middle engagement that he was actually winning. So this is gonna win me that fight as well. And yeah, I basically just give up the left flank. I try to hold on and I pull my hero out now as well because I don't wanna let it receive free damage on it. So I'm just pulling it back, giving up the left flank, he can have it, while I win the rest of the battlefield, so to say. Yeah, here my Cairn Race also win from the zombies, and they're gonna get back charges soon as well. Here the horrors are already getting a back charge, and I'm basically cleaning up the middle and the right flank. His vampire is still fine, full HP, and is going to... yeah, I'm basically ignoring it. I could Spirit Leech it at this point, which would probably be good, but it already looks so good army-wise for me that it didn't matter in the end. So here my zombies also beat his one zombie unit, and I'm basically sending them in to delay his left flank. Zombies only cost 150 gold, so they're just using them as a sacrifice is fine. I always look at trades in terms of cost, so cost and benefit. So how much does a unit cost, and is it worth exchanging it for a potential gain? So here you can see the zombies are holding him up. My crypt horrors are winning that fight as well, and here I'm winning the right flank in the middle with the units that freed up. So I'm pulling my hero out and going for a back charge soon to decrease the morale of the spearmen. And meanwhile, taking damage on the vampires isn't the end of the world because they can heal themselves. So despite it being pretty low, it's not a problem at all. Even if it would get Spirit Leech, it can still it will survive. So you get a nice back charge, and yeah, this is pretty much won. Here my units freed up from beating in the middle, so again I send the zombies in to delay, and I pull my crit horrors back because they're a more valuable unit to group up with the rest and then engage in the final fight. So you can see here I have a huge advantage. Despite not maybe showing in the balance bar, this is pretty much over. I still have a lot of crypt horrors and Cairn Race, and yeah, 2 vampires while he only has 1 left. So this is looking extremely good for me. Also here you can see I have the aerial dominance because I have 2 heroes and he only has the 1 flying unit. So you see us both realize this, and I go in for his hero, and then he realizes it as well and tries to land on the melee unit to prevent at least that's what I assume what his thinking was, that to prevent me from just chasing him off in the air. Yeah, I always like to think in terms of land, aerial, and ranged dominance. So if you have land dominance, you want to start a fight. You want to fight your army against your army, like his army, like I did I marched my army in. Secondly, you have aerial dominance. He had the aerial dominance this game, so I tried to avoid fighting and just guiding and wait till my aerial or land dominance paid off. And range dominance, if you have range dominance, you can basically use the terrain. You can force your opponent to attack you and get the most out of your range units, so to say. This is also if you have aerial dominance and they need to charge you, the same goes. Here I really had land dominance, I felt, and this is what ended up winning me the game and why I charged in. So it's really important to know your win conditions, so to say. In this game I didn't have aerial dominance, but I kind of got an outplay and still got the kill. But in this game I did have land dominance, so to say, because I felt my land army was better. So that is why you see me move in and move forward all the time this game. I would love, if there's a lot of interest in this video, I would love to make a video a bit more in depth about this. I could also make one about balancing and how I view the issues with balancing, because I think I also have a little bit of a different opinion than maybe most people on the forums at the moment. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's a lot of interest, I'll make more videos in the future. See ya!